Thanksgiving is 2 weeks away, so no more procrastinating. It is now time to lock up your holiday travel plans. Travel expert Gabe Saglier joining us now. Are you sure it's not too late to do this?
Charlie, I am an annoying optimist. It's never too late, but quick reality check on flights. The fact of the matter is they're not going down in price from now on out. So if you have to travel, especially in some of these busy days, today would be the day that you want to lock those in. Hotel prices might still sort of drop off over the next couple of weeks as demand goes up and down, but the flights themselves, prices you see now will simply go up over the next couple of weeks.
That's really good advice for those who look for a plane ticket and you think you come back the next day, it's going to go down. You come back the next day, it actually does the opposite.
Well, actually, you're seeing some variations on a hour-to-hour basis in some cases, especially if you're looking at some of these very busy travel dates, like that Wednesday before Thanksgiving, Sunday after Thanksgiving, expected to be the busiest travel day of them all. So, yeah, you're seeing some fluctuations sometimes on an hour-to-hour basis as you just sort of stare there at the flight prices on your favorite airline.
I don't know about you, but for the next month and a half, because of the cost of living and how expensive everything is, my husband and I have had these conversations about either going to Vegas or just doing, and I'm like, yeah, how about we just stay home?
Yeah. And I think a lot of Americans, in fact, are opting to stay home and have the guests come in instead of us going out. But the fact of the matter is that 50% of Americans now say that they are going to spend money on flights and hotels, whether it's the Thanksgiving holiday, the December holidays. That's compared to 44% last year. So I think volume just naturally will go up. We saw a crazy summer out there. And since summer, TSA has been screening 2.5 million people on average a day. That's above 2019 numbers. So we're heading into the holidays already with volume up. And as we head toward these busy couple of weeks, I think you're just going to expect a lot of potential chaos out there. November 17th is when the official November travel season begins. If the powers that be in Congress can't get their act together, that's also the beginning of a potential government shutdown. And Charlie, that's a whole other can of worms that could in fact affect travel out there.
That is very true. Okay, you are an expert, so give us the tips and the tricks when it comes to calendar and dates. Does it really matter what day you log on to book this stuff?
Well, as far as dates to find a actual airfare deal, no, that's an open book. Any day now is going to be a day that you're scoping out sales. Airlines are popping them out across social media sometimes. I mean, Tuesday and Wednesday tend to be the more fervent days for airfare sales, but all that sort of travel conventional wisdom goes out the window when we're talking about these holiday dates. So you see an airfare you like, you've got to book it ASAP. As far as traveling, again, November 17th, the official start of the Thanksgiving travel season. So if you can get out of town before the 17th, great. December 15th is the case for those end-of-year holidays. So again, leaving before that window will help you. And just keep in mind those traditional super busy days. Again, that Sunday after Thanksgiving, that Wednesday before Thanksgiving, those are going to be the tough ones. Thanksgiving itself now coming in for this year as the least in-demand day. So if you can afford to, if you want to gamble and take off that Thursday morning in hopes of getting over to Grandma's house for dinner that night, the odds of having nobody on that aisle seat next year are actually the best. Yeah,
you could do that if it's a quick flight. Are there destinations, Gabe, leave us with this, that if you want to find something as a bargain last minute right now to go, that during the holidays people are going to, it's the new place to be?
Absolutely. I think if you're looking at Thanksgiving, that's a U.S.-only holiday. So any international destination, that includes south of the border, that includes the Caribbean, and even Europe for some of these last-minute flash sales, you're going to see some bargains there. Between Thanksgiving and, say, Christmas, those 3 weeks or so, that's a great bargain opportunity as well. We'll see a natural lull between the holidays on travel, and some of the 4- and 5-star hotels we're eyeing either regionally in some of our favorite cities will actually be a potential bargain. Also, ski destinations become a great bargain those first 3 to 4 weeks of ski season. So if you want to get away to the slopes, that's an option. And here's the beauty, guys. California, the Golden State, is going to be overall a bargain proposition over the next several weeks, including some holiday dates, because it's peak season is behind us. Weather, though, overall still pretty good, and in some of those places that we may have been priced out of across the Golden State in the summer become much more affordable as we head toward the winter season.
I sure love to travel. I just not during this season. I'm going to stay home, Gabe.
I'm kind of with you, Charlie.
Yeah, we'll do that next year.
We'll have people come to us.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
Come to me. Thank you. Good to see you.
Great to see you.